that strengthen us in Europe and enable us to seize the future. European integration is the backbone of this plan. For me personally, Europe is a matter so close to our overall economy, but also to the German economy, and it is a matter of reason. I'm firmly convinced that we in Europe will only be able to maintain our prosperity if we press ahead with unifying our continent. Today, we have so much financial and policy-making intelligence from all over Europe in this room, and we can look forward to great presentations and fruitful panel discussions. So let's make most of this day, learn from each other, and together make a small contribution to help and shape the future of the European banking industry and ensure that we best support the growth of our economy while staying resilient. Let's also permanently renew ourselves and see where we can improve. The attitude of keep working to get better is so important, in particular in a people's business like banking is. We want to be part of the solution. Let us all together create the conditions so that we can actually do this. And while strengthening Europe's financial sector is crucial for the medium and long-term success of our economies, a major short-term priority is, of course, getting inflation under control. And that leads me to an institution which is at the heart and center of both of these challenges. And our first speaker, who I would like to invite to the stage now, is the person who, in her fourth year in her current role, has the most difficult, but also the most important role in European finance. President Lagarde, it is certainly no exaggeration to say that the whole world is following every step you and your colleagues at the ECB are now taking to fight inflation in the Eurozone. And I would like to congratulate you and your teams on the way you have managed to turn around monetary policy, for the determination and also at the same time for the clarity with which you have communicated to the market, and not least for the way you have captured the various currents within the ECB, at least to the extent that the ECB Governing Council speaks to the outside with clearly one voice. President Lagarde, I can assure you, everybody in this room wishes you the greatest possible success in your task. So thank you very much, and thank you for being our guest today. Thank you.
Dear Mr. Siving, cher Christian, dear Mr. Trichet, cher Jean-Claude, dear Mrs. Wust, dear Mr. Scholz, and to all of you ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Thank you to the EBC for bringing us back together. I'm sure you've heard that many times, how much more pleasant it is to be together. I'll share with you a comment that I heard a couple of days ago in a similar circumstance, where, just like with us at the EBC, thank you for inviting me, we had not met physically for 3 years. And that person very kindly looked at me and said, "You are older, but you look better." So I turn it over to you. We are all a bit older, but we are looking a lot better than on those awful screens. So it is my pleasure to speak to you this morning, and I want to thank you very much, Christian, for this kind introduction and for the very clear speech that you delivered with multiple messages that I'm sure many of us will, in the course of the day, continue to develop. But it is really a pleasure to be here. When the former British